Hey friends, Hattie from Honeybee Stampers here. Today is our video tutorial for the Sweet and Simple card class that we just held this past Saturday. And so those of you who ordered these kits to go, they're mailing out to you today. And then this is the tutorial to show you how to put all of those projects together. Before we jump into the tutorial, I did want to share a couple Honeybee happenings with you because we got a lot going on here in the studio as well as online. So we are in the month of June currently, and at the end of this month, we have a Honeybee Hangout, which is an opportunity for you to work your own crafts here at the studio. You'll get a 3-foot table to be able to work on, and it's just some designated time for you to just carve out of your schedule so you can bring the things that you've been wanting to work on, or if you don't have anything to work on, which that would be a surprise, right? You can also shop the Honeybee Boutique. We've got past classes here and all kinds of things that you could work on, but it's just a really fun crafting opportunity for you. It's only $15 and it's here at the studio the last Friday of this month of June. So stay tuned because I'll be releasing some information and registration for that really soon. Now in July, we are jam-packed in July. The next Sweet and Simple card class is actually going to be on July 15th. There's going to be at the 10 a.m. class available. That one fills up pretty quickly. There's a 4 p.m. class that's also going to be available. And so definitely grab some friends and plan to come. I'll have 6 new Sweet and Simple cards designed for you to put together. And yes, we will be offering this class to go again. It is $25. But if you use the PayPal option to pay, or you pay with a credit card online, it is $28 to kind of account for that processing fee. I wanted to keep the price point the same regardless of all the increase in shipping and products. And so that's the way that I figured that I could do it. So there's that. And then the following weekend on the 22nd, we're gonna have a virtual event. It's gonna be our summer stamp camp. So I do a summer stamp camp with Brenda Nelson, my good friend from Canada. She's an artisan designer, and the two of us come together and we create gorgeous projects for you. And it's all housed on a Zoom recording. We have the Facebook group that keeps it. So even if you can't attend on the 22nd, everything that you need is going to be saved for you so you can work on your projects at your own pace, on your own time. So don't let that date freak you out, because a lot of people will say, man, I really wanted to come to summer stamp camp, but I'm gonna be gone that weekend. Well, don't worry, you don't have to be there in attendance on the Zoom call to enjoy the event. So that is what's happening the following weekend. And then the last weekend in July, we are doing a birthday box bingo here in the studio in Sumter, South Carolina. It's a super fun event. Those of you who've done bingo with me know it is an event you don't want to miss, okay? So, and then don't worry, if you are not local to me and you want to participate in a bingo that I host, I will be sharing with you really soon some information about a virtual bingo, and it'll be different than the one that we do in person. So those of you who are coming in person, you could enjoy 2 bingos back to back. All right, so stay tuned for all of that. I'll be sharing some information. If you are not on my email newsletter, there is a link down below in the description that has a link to joining my email newsletter. So please consider joining the newsletter so you can learn about all of the Honeybee happenings that are happening this summer and going forward. Also, if you follow me on Facebook, Honeybee Stampers, on Facebook, on my business page, I will be going live on Wednesday at 3 p.m. I've got some more cute projects to share with you, featuring some sale product, that designer series paper sale that's going on. I just can't get enough of it. And so I've got some more cute projects to share with you. So tune in at 3 p.m. over on Honeybee Stampers Facebook on Wednesday, this Wednesday coming up. And if you miss it, you can always watch the replay. So thanks for tuning in. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to this channel. And I can't wait to stamp with you guys again soon. All right, bye-bye. Okay, friends, here we are with our projects for today. So I've created these 6 cards for the Sweet and Simple card class, and they're all featuring designer series paper that is going to be on sale. So we are in the month of June 2023, and this paper is all on sale until the end of this month. So I always want to showcase that so you guys can be inspired and make sure you don't miss out on a sale if it's something that you want. This is our host code for the month of June. It's 2NPJ6JTV. So if you decide you want to place an order, I do have a link below for ordering. Just go to my online store there and then use this host code to be added to my host code list, where you will be getting a little gift from me. Okay, so let's work on some of these projects. They are so cute. So here's the first card here. I designed this actually as a shoebox swap for an event that I did for demonstrators. We did a demo tee in Aiken, South Carolina. It was really fun. And so I thought this card was too cute to not replicate for my Sweet and Simple card class. So for those of you who got the kits to go, you're going to get them in a bag, okay, a cello bag, and it's going to be labeled in case you don't get to it right away so that you can work on it. But all the card projects are already cut and prepped for you just like that. So it's easy for you to work on them. Alrighty, and like I've mentioned so many times, when I'm doing Sweet and Simple card class, I always design with the thought that maybe you don't have the stamp set that I'm featuring. I'm going to show you a stamp set, and if you fall in love with it, definitely grab it, order it in my online store. But if you don't have it, you don't plan to get it, maybe you love the card, but you have a different sentiment already, then you can use that. So the one I'm using today is called Gone Fishing. It's a suite of products. The dies are currently back ordered until July, but you can get the stamp set still, and it's an awesome stamp set. So we will get started on the cards. So here are all your pieces that you're going to get in your kit. I always like to fold my card base and get it kind of out of the way. And then let me find this right here. So you are going to stamp your sentiment on here. And I'm using Mossy Meadow. And the sentiment, good things come to those who wait, which could be used for a couple different things, but definitely for a retirement, right? So, oops, let me ink that up a little bit more. Nice firm pressure. There we go, beautiful. And let's go ahead and we'll stamp on the inside also. Since I mentioned retirement, let's make this a retirement card. Oops, trying to get this on here is tricky. Okay. Right in the center there. And not gray granite. Pebbled Path is the ink that we're using also with this. And I want to just stamp a little image on here. So we've got this little fly right here. Where did it go? It's right here. It is a two-step stamping stamp, but I'm not going to stamp the second portion of it. I just want the one. And let's see, we'll just stamp it right. Where do we want to put this? I guess I'll just stick it right there. You can decide how you want to do it, but I just wanted to add a little extra to the inside of the card. There we go. Now we also need the gray granite because there is this little, one of my favorite stamps in the stamp set. It's this right here. It's like a water stamp, but you can use it for so many different things. And we're going to bring in this gray granite piece here. Not gray granite, I keep saying that. Pebbled Path. And I'm just going to stamp. That kind of adds some texture to this layer. Okay. Now that we've done that, we can start assembling. Okay, this piece right here is from the Designer Series paper pack. That's on sale. It's amazing. You're gonna wanna get it, don't miss it. Okay, and there, I did see that there's text on here, so I wanna make sure I don't put it upside down. It's barely visible, but goodness. You're gonna center this on your card front. And you'll have this pebbled path layer here that we're gonna place all of these pieces. Okay. Uh-oh. Let me use some liquid adhesive. Sometimes my tear and tape, not tear and tape, but my Stampin' Seal will rip the paper, especially if it's just DSP. Okay, now you wanna have a little bit of a border. Make sure my flies are going the right way. And I'm gonna put a little border there, okay? And then I'm just gonna work my way down. I'm only switching it around that way because I don't have as much stamping at the bottom, and I'll be covering up some of that. Okay, and then you'll have this very vanilla piece that's already embossed for you with the new embossing folder that goes with this suite. It's very nice. It's called Twisted Rope. And then this one is also embossed with a brand new embossing folder. I can't remember exactly the name. I think it's called Exposed Brick, if my memory serves me correctly. Okay. There we go. Now for these, you're gonna get 2 of these little die cut pieces. They're little flags. And I just wanna put them on the sides here. So let's see, put one right there. And one right there. See if I can get them kind of even. The great thing with liquid adhesive is that you have just a second to kind of finagle things or move them the way you want them. There. Having a meet in the middle there, I feel like makes it look the most balanced. There we go. Okay, now let's add this to the card. Let me see if I can get my tape runner. There we go. Grab some dimensionals. Oops. All right, and we'll just center that on our card. Front like so. Grab some more dimensionals for this little guy. Love dimensionals. And that's gonna go right in the bottom. There. Isn't that so cute? And then these little gems right here, these embellishments, they're the Brush Metallic embellishments, and they're like 3 different shades of Brush Metallic, and they are amazing. Amazing, and they go great with this suite of products, especially the paper. We'll do one right there. And get it up there. Okay. And one more. So for those of you who got your kits to go, be careful when you're shaking all your items out because you will get these embellishments as well to complete your project. So there's our first card. I hope you guys like that card. Nice and sweet and simple. Okay. Let's move on to our next card. Okay, so this one was inspired from a gift that I received, and she actually cased it from my friend Rhonda. So this is going to be, I just changed up the colors, but the layout's the same. Absolutely loved it. It features this stamp set called Cheerful Daisies, and so I'm going to use the Oops a Daisy, so sorry sentiment for this. Grab that out of my kit. Okay. So again, you're gonna have gems with this one, so watch out for that when you're dumping all your items out. And a little ribbon. Try to stay organized here on my workstation. I get going and then everything starts flying all over the place. Okay, let's find that one. Here it is. Okay, so for this card, let's get the sentiment stamped. And we are going to be using the new in color Moody Mauve. This designer series paper is very interesting. It almost takes a little bit of like getting used to. It's the paper, the color combinations that they used are so different and striking, but now that I've been playing with it, they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. So I wouldn't have thought to put these two colors together, but I love how it turned out. And on the inside of the card, I'm also going to stamp. Okay, you'll see on the inside here, I have stamped this a larger daisy. I stamped off. So when you ink up your stamp, it's going to be really deep in color. So just stamp off. I love that color too. It's pretty. But I wanted just a little bit, something lighter. So we're going to stamp just like that. And then we're going to outline it with the Wild Wheat. This is another in color. I would not have pictured this to be this color. It's kind of like a, gosh, I don't know. It's like a goldy brown, a little bit of green. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But this is two-step stamping, so you're going to hover over until it looks like you've kind of got it centered. And stamp down. Okay, that's good enough. Oh, it's really storming outside right now. Okay, there. Oh, we need one more thing. You're going to stamp the little inside of your daisy. I keep wanting to call this a sunflower. Okay, now that we've done all that stamping, let's start to assemble. The base of our card is just a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. And then when you get your kit, you're going to have this piece here that's already scored for you. So it's very easy to know where to fold it. And then burnish that line there. Okay. And then what you can do, I'm just going to kind of put it on here and double check, make sure everything fits. We're going to add some adhesive to the back. And then I'm going to bump it against the score line and line it up on the sides. There we go. And press down. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right. Now we'll add some adhesive here and here. Oops. Having problems with my adhesive today. Hold on a second. If you guys ever have your adhesive do that, I'm not sure what causes that. I don't know if it's, you know, accidentally going, you know, rolling it the opposite way or what, but I just kind of wind it back up. and then I'm good to go for a bit. All right. Now we're going to center this on the card. There we go. Okay, it's coming together. All right, for this piece right here, this is actually dry embossed with a really cool embossing folder that just came out in the last spring mini catalog, and it carried over, which makes me very happy. You're gonna take this brand new Moody Mauve ribbon and tie a little knot. I like to grab my bone folder as my little bone folder helper. Okay, and then we will just kind of let that slide out as we pull this taut. And you can work with your bow and make it exactly how you want it. So there we go, and I'm just gonna slide this to one end. Make the ends pretty. Okay. And then for this one, I'm gonna just adhere it straight onto the card front. And so to do that, I think I'll use liquid glue. Almost, there we go. All right, we'll add some dimensionals to the back of our sentiment. Oh, actually, when I add dimensionals, I try to go above a little bit and below the ribbon so that the sentiment isn't so bulky. And if I had the little mini dimensionals, it would actually work even better because it could completely miss the ribbon at that point. All right, so let's stick this right here. Okay. There, that card's almost done because you are also going to get some gems. Okay. Let me add a little bit more putty. Do you guys use this putty tool? It's actually so cool. It's your take your pick tool, and it's got little putty on one end. And if you can get these, it's kind of hard to get these up when the plastic is so small that they're coming from, but it helps you to pick up items and be able to place them easier than using just your fingers, right? So we'll stick this one up here. I got glue on my fingers. And then one more right there. Okay. And that second card is done. It's so cute. It's really kind of a little bit of a fun fold, but it features that designer series paper. You can really use up a lot of your paper with this particular card style. All right, on to our next card. Oh, so this card was a fun one. I featured the Circle Saying stamp set. This one is bundled with a circle punch. So it's the 2 3/8 circle punch, or you can get the stamp set by itself. Of course, I loved the bubble bath, and it went really well with our Misty Moonlight. So that's what we're doing today. Fold this in half. And to stamp for the class, I gave everybody some scrap paper because you're going to use your punch. So those of you at home will need to do the same. You'll have to punch it out. Or, you know, you can embellish it however you want. As you can see for the card, I've moved the card that quick. I guess I didn't show you the card, did I? Here it is. Okay. So this says celebrate, 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 happy birthday. So you could do whatever you want in the middle honestly, if you want to switch that up. But let me show you how I did it. I took our, oh, I need to grab our Misty Moonlight. I was already working on another project with this. So you're going to take the Misty Moonlight and your stamp. And what I did was I made sure that I centered the Celebrate so that you could read the one Celebrate at the top. Okay. And then we're going to take our bubble bath and we're going to stamp this cute little cupcake right in the center. Like that. And then another part of the stamp set says happy birthday, so we'll get that in the Misty Moonlight right over the top, just like that. Isn't that so cute? So, so cute. Okay, now, I don't know if you guys can hear that thundering that's happening outside right now. It's good weather to stamp in. So now I'm actually using a 2 1/4 inch circle punch, and I'm punching out this image that I just stamped. Okay. And actually, before we move on the inside of the card, I actually, my friends, I think it was either Jennifer, Betty showed it to me, but maybe Jennifer's the one who came up with this idea. So she stamped on the inside of her card. Like this. Put the little cupcake down there. I was gonna just stamp the cupcake along the side, but I really liked what she did. And then you had to have heard that thunder. Ooh. Gosh, I'm glad I'm not out in it right now. Now we're gonna take our Misty Moonlight again, and you can either mask this with, you can use like a Post-it note to mask it. I'm gonna try to eyeball it just because it's see-through, so it's photopolymer and I can see right through it. So I'm just gonna try to ink up the Celebrate. I think I did it. I hope I did it. And then she just placed that right over the top. Is that not clever? That is just so stinking cute. So I had to recreate that. So shout out to my girl Jennifer. I think she's the one who came up with this, and Peggy shared it with me. Alrighty, now we've done our stamping. Let's start assembling. Oh goodness, guys. This adhesive, it's so strong. It's too strong for its own good. Okay. Pull that off of there. We're gonna layer this onto our bubble bath piece, circle. Okay, and that's just punched out. Okay, let me try this again. I feel like if I push down harder, it seems to work better. And actually, I put that on there and I didn't want to do that. All right, we'll come back to that. So for this piece right here, we are going to, ooh, I'm afraid to use that adhesive, so I'm gonna use the liquid. Okay. And we're gonna add this piece of DSP. This DSP is from the thick paper pack that's also on sale. It comes with like 48 sheets, I think. But it's a huge pack of paper, and they've got all different types of designs. This is the other side. My friend Franny actually featured that side instead of the stripes, and it looked really cute as well. She said she's a flower girl, so she wanted to showcase some flowers. And then you're gonna have this piece. This is a Misty Moonlight piece, and this is already embossed for you with the Basics embossing folder. This is an embossing folder that comes with 3 in a pack, and they are awesome. They're awesome. My favorite one is the one that has a little like hatch marks, and you're gonna see that in a minute. But this is one of the 3. Kind of like bubbles or circles. So we're gonna stick that right there. Okay, you see this card coming together already. All right, now what I did next is I took a glue dot and I just put it right behind where this seam runs. And I need another one for this other side. Okay, right there's the seam. The rain is really coming down, y'all. It's crazy. And then I took some of our glittered organdy ribbon and I just attached it so it went along the seam here. That's such a pretty ribbon and it really picks up that bubble bath color. So, so pretty. And then after that, I added this piece here. Let me see if I can get some adhesive on it. Okay. And I'm just gonna slide this underneath and have it coming out right about there. Okay. And then our element that we did earlier, this one, I put some adhesive on there, but I really wanted to pop it up with dimensionals. So we'll just stick some dimensionals over the top of that adhesive to cover that up. Another way you can get rid of like the stickiness of that, if you didn't want that on there, is to use our embossing buddy that we use for heat embossing and just kind of rub that over the top of it to get rid of that stickiness, that tackiness. And then we will center this right here. You don't have to do this little piece where you kind of separate it there. I just thought it was a little bit of a different design element versus just putting this directly over the top. I don't know. It's little, but I thought it was special, so. Uh-oh. Just flung my embellishments. Watch out for these little tiny embellishments. I love those. Those are our iridescent rhinestones. So you'll have that in your pack as well. Just put that inside piece there. Okay, and we'll center this. I absolutely love these colors together. And now we're going to embellish with the iridescent rhinestones. I feel like they also take on whatever color you're designing with. And then we'll do one more right up here. How cute and sweet and simple is that card? I absolutely love, love, love this card. You guys will have to comment down below with which card is your favorite. So I'll go back over the cards at the end, but I would love to know like which card is your favorite. I like to always hear that from people. All right, next card. Okay, this card, I love this card. I say that about all of them, I know, but this one I do. This one actually features a stamp set called Inked and Tiled. And if you're on my email list or you follow me on my Facebook page, you know that I am hosting a virtual stamp camp with my friend Brenda Nelson, and this is what we're featuring. This is the stamp set. You'll get the stamp set included in your kit. The class is amazing. The event's amazing. We've got a guest stamper from the UK. Her name is Michaela. She's an artisan designer for Stampin' Up, and she's incredible. You'll be hearing more and more about this because we only have 2 weeks left of registration. So we want to make sure everybody hears about it so they don't miss out. But the cool thing is, this isn't just a class through the mail that you would get. You are going to get you're going to get us putting the cards together step by step and giving you all kinds of tips and tricks and all kinds of little added detail that you wouldn't get if you just got a class through the mail, you know, with tutorial. So definitely consider this event. The value is incredible. It's free shipping for me for Summer Stamp Camp. If you're Canadian and you're watching this, reach out to me and I'll get you connected with Brenda because she can actually do your kits from Canada. But the event it's really one of my specialty events that we put on, and we put a lot of love into this event. So If you want a great kit sent to you and some fun instruction and some games that we play and door prizes and all that kind of stuff, then you definitely want to check out Summer Stamp Camp with the Nelsons. She and I both have the same last name, so that's why we kind of went with that title for it. Okay, so all that talking. All right, so we, let's get to stamping. We're gonna take this right here. I love this Radiating Stitches dies. And we're gonna do an oldie but goodie technique where you do direct to stamp. So you're gonna take your Stampin' Write markers and using the side of them, so never up and down, just the side of them. And remember, it's the Stampin' Write markers and not the blends. The blends are our alcohol-based markers. They will not work, and what they'll do is they'll just stain your stamp. So you're gonna want to add some color here. Okay, I think I've pretty much got all of that colored. And then we need our, now here's gray granite. I kept trying to call Pebble Path earlier gray granite, but here it is. And then you're gonna do the same with the gray granite for the leaves. And this color combination is just absolutely stunning to me. Calypso Coral is probably one of my favorite colors. So, and it goes with everything. It goes with black, it goes with Night of Navy, it goes with Misty Moonlight, I mean, literally this color right here goes with everything. Okay, now you're gonna huff on it so you can get some hot breath on your stamp. And that just kind of activates the stamp. So if it was dried out a little bit, brings it to life. You're gonna stamp straight down. And there you go. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? So let me wipe this off here. You can just clean that off with your Stampin' chamois. I do like to add a little bit, well, I'll do my sentiment first and then I'll add that. So you also are going to have a little scrap of paper included with your kit, or you should. And we're gonna take our Calypso Coral ink pad, and here's one of the sentiments in that stamp set. It's just a note. And then stamp just like that. Now here is one of the punches that's included, that's part of the bundle that goes with this stamp set. So this stamp set called Inked and Tiled will have two punches that coordinate with it, and they do some really cool things. So for our Stamp Camp, the punches, the punch pack, there's 2 of them, is actually $40. But when you add shipping and tax and all that kind of stuff, you're looking at like 50 something. So for Stamp Camp participants, you guys will have the option to add on the punch bundle at cost. So all you have to add on is $40 to be able to get this with your kit, which is a huge, huge deal for participating in Stamp Camp, is taking advantage of all those add-ons that we offer. So for this, what we're gonna do is we're going to cut out this sentiment. And now that I'm looking at it, I don't like that I stamped the sentiment so low, but that's okay. So you're just gonna kind of center it like that, and you stamp it. You punch it. Okay, and you will get some extra little tabs on there. All you have to do is snip that off. There you go. Now you've got just a note. Isn't that so cute? Snip that off there. So, so cute. Okay, now that I've done that, I do want to do a little splattering technique. So I'm going to take my gray granite marker, and I'm just going to flick some ink onto my card. Okay, now you probably can see the difference there, I hope. You've got those little speckles everywhere. It just really adds to the style of this card, or the style of this stamp set, in my opinion. All right, now we've got a circle. This is also from Radiating Stitches dies, and we're gonna add the sentiment onto it. On the inside of the card, you could kind of do the same thing. So let me grab my stamp, oopsie, my stamp out again. And I think I'll just do this one flower with the stem. You know, when you're doing this direct to stamp, you always want to go, with the lightest color first, okay? And we're just gonna do it right here. Oh, you guys, that is so sweet. So, so sweet. I love this. I love how beautiful this is. We'll attach this to the inside. I will tell you that as much as I love this card, this is not one of the cards that will be part of the stamp camp. So this is just some inspiration for you. It was part of Sweet and Simple, so I try not to double up on classes like that. So you will get all different projects. So I design projects and Brenda designs projects. So you're gonna get two different style of designers, but very cool stuff. She is an artisan designer, like I mentioned, so she can really teach you different cool things that they do and learn. And I am a simple stamper, you guys all know that. And so I will create some simple projects that are beautiful and easy to put together that I think you'll love. So this is that exposed brick. I kind of talked about it in that first card, but in the first card, you just saw the little splatter. You didn't see like the brick part, but this is the brick part. Hopefully that's coming through in the video. But that's a beautiful embossing folder as well. Okay. And then I ran out of this designer series paper, so I had to pivot, and I'm using this one. Okay, I just added some adhesive on this DSP and it didn't tear, so that's a good sign. I think I just need to add a little more pressure. I'm gonna put this in the middle, and it should, well, it's a little bit bigger than it, but there we go. It's not quite in the middle. That's okay, it still looks good, I'm good with it. And then our other elements here, which are hiding, I'm gonna put these on with some dimensionals. The other cool thing that we do with Stamp Camp is we design 2 additional classes that you can take, and they're for the stateside, they're only $25, and it includes the stamp set and 4 cards. Now that is a price, that's a steal for that kind of a class, and that's only a perk for people who are Stamp Campers. You cannot order those classes outside of Stamp Camp. If I did offer the class outside of Stamp Camp because I had an extra kit or something, the price point is not the same. The price point would include a lot more shipping and all the things. So $25, basically you're getting the stamp set and you're getting a class for free. So she's doing something about birds. I don't know. I'll have a link below so you can see all the details about Stamp Camp and decide if it's something you want to do. It's a pretty awesome event. And for those of you who've done Stamp Camp with us, if you did our spring Stamp Camp and you sign up for the summer Stamp Camp, you are going to get 4 additional projects as part of Super Stamper status as a thank you for being a loyal customer and coming back again and again. So let's do, this gem had a mind of its own. It wanted to go right there, but I need it here. I need it there. And then we'll stick this one up. I don't want to get rid of all that pretty splatter up there. We'll do that. And this little guy right here. Love it. Okay. And now this card is complete. There we go. Really pretty and simple. Okay, we just have 2 cards left, I think. Yes, 2 cards left. So let's do this one. Okay. Oh, this one is so fun. So this one features the Zany Zoo, and oh, I forgot that this is going to require fussy cutting, and I probably should have done that before I started the video. But this is the Zany Zoo bundle. Okay, it's not photopolymer, but I think this is so cute. However, they have the paper that coordinates with it, and you guys, the paper is don't sleep on this paper. It's a must. I mean, yes, you've got these beautiful animal images here that you can color, and especially if you color with Stampin' Blends. But then they've got this gorgeous paper, like for instance, this fox right here. He is just cut out of the designer series paper, but like all the coloring and the shading is done for you. And I couldn't not do a card featuring this, especially since, remember, as I said earlier, it's all on sale. It's all on sale right now. So I'm gonna fussy cut this. I usually don't like to take up time in a video fussy cutting, but this one's not too bad. But he is so cute. So let's take a moment and fussy cut this. And if you're stamping along with me because you've got the packet, then this will maybe help you to catch up a little bit. I know some people don't like fussy cutting. I find it very relaxing. And I don't know, there's just something about it. I feel accomplished once I get it done. I'm not as fast of a fussy cutter as I've seen other people when I watch some Stampin' Up! Videos. I'm like, oh my goodness, those people are experts. Okay, let's get around here. And this color combination is great. Pool Party and black and white. The designer series paper has these great little Zany Zoo, oops, kind of cut it close on that wheel, images on one side, and then they have black and white images on the other side. And black and white DSP is always great because you can color the DSP to whatever color you wish. Okay, finally got that done. Thank you for bearing with me there. All right, so we've got this little guy. Move that out of the way. We got all kinds of pieces in here. So remember earlier I told you that embossing folder, it's kind of like hatch marks or stitches. So this is what I was talking about, but today we're gonna use this side. This kind of tells me this is like the side you would typically use, but this is the back side, and this is what we're gonna use for this card. So let's take our little circle. Let's see here. And we're gonna take one of our sponging tools, blending brushes, I think is what it's called. And we're just gonna tap off a little excess, and you're gonna add a little bit of Pool Party to the center and out. It's not going to be really that noticeable, but it does take a little bit of the edge off of it being just a stark white circle. Okay, and I didn't color all the way out on purpose. Now we're going to take our dimensionals and add our little biker here and his little Vespa. It's so cute. Right to the center. And I took a Stampin' Write marker, the writing side, not the brush tip, but the narrow side, and I just added some extra lines like that, okay? You don't have to do that. I just thought it added a little bit to the project. All right, now we're gonna take this piece that's already gonna be embossed for you, and you're gonna have a little die cut piece that looks like this. Okay, and we'll use liquid glue on this one because we want some time to move it around if we need to. So just gonna add a little bit of liquid glue to the bottom of that. Okay, and then we're gonna add it right there. So we've got a little bit of that scalloped edge coming off the bottom, and look, I picked it up and could tell that it was crooked. So I had just a split second to maneuver that and move it. And we'll take our paper snips and just cut off the excess there. All right, we're gonna do a faux bow for this one. So you'll need your glue dots. Glue dots are your best friend when it comes to adhering bows to a card front or any kind of ribbon. And then same on that side. It also saves you a little bit of ribbon, at least it does in my opinion. There. And then you're gonna take the shorter ribbon, so make sure you're paying attention in your kit. You're gonna have a longer one, and you're gonna have a shorter one. And you tie that knot. Okay, and let's fussy up the ends, make them cute. Okay, and same on this side. And with this faux bow, you can actually slide the ribbon, right, to move it over to where you need it. Now we do have this sentiment, and because I'm stamping on the pool party, I want to use the StazOn ink to give a nice dark color. So you're going to ink it up. The sentiment is "You're too wonderful." And you just stamp it like that. Oh, it looks so good. Now, when you're using StazOn, I use this Dampen Mist and Scrub. This is like an oldie but a goodie. Ever since the chamois came out, we don't really use this as much. But this is the Stampin' Scrub. We do sell it still. And you're gonna want one in your arsenal. If you're a new stamper and you've never experienced this, you probably use the chamois like I do a lot. When you use the chamois, the StazOn, because it's so permanent, it really kind of stains your stamp and it doesn't get off completely. So use the Stampin' Mist with the bottle of spray that you have to purchase with it. It's got a solution in there that cleans your stamp. So on one side of your Stampin' Scrub, you can scrub, right, and get it nice and clean, and then you dry on the other side. So you can see that that ink came off so much better when I use this versus the chamois. So keep that in mind when you're using StazOn ink, that you're gonna want the Stampin' Scrub, okay? Don't rely on the chamois to clean your stamps. Okay. And what happens when you don't clean your stamps really well, like these, that StazOn ink starts to build a layer of StazOn ink on top of a layer on top of a layer, and then the image doesn't stamp quite as well. So you want to try to avoid that. Surprised I didn't fold my card base already. Okay, so there we go. We're going to fold that in half. We're going to take this Designer Series paper. So remember I said it's black and white on one side, and then you've got these fun little prints on the other side. So like one whole 12 by 12 sheet is a bunch of the animals dancing. One is a bunch of them partying. One is a bunch of them on different types of wheels, whether they be roller skates or like this Vespa that you see with this one. So the paper itself is a showstopper. It's an easy way to design cards. You guys know I love paper. Let me see if I can get some adhesive on here. Oops, it timed out on me again. So what I do, unfortunately, you guys, is this. This should not be the case. this should not be the case. And I'm sorry if that happens to you, but if you purchase one of these and you don't have it, you don't return it to Stampin' Up! Or exchange it, I should say, to Stampin' Up! And you just are stuck with it, then, you know, that's the way to fix that when it whines weird like that. I don't know. If you have an issue with it, reach out to me and I can try to help you. All right, I'm going to center this on the card front. And then I'm going to take this piece that I did earlier. We'll use liquid adhesive on this. Okay. Oh, I'm just now realizing that this paper is actually cut a little bit longer. So that was potentially an accident, but it still looks good. You can still do it. Okay. Now we've got these pieces here, and we're gonna pop this up with dimensionals. And I'm going to try to clear that ribbon, so I'll put them on the top and bottom. Okay, we'll slide our ribbon over and put our cute little fox right here. Okay, and then we have our sentiment that we're going to put a dimensional on one side. So I'm just going to stick the dimensional right here because I know it's going there. And I'll add a little glue right there. I'm not really paying attention to the screen, so hopefully I'm still in the screen and that everything's focusing fine. Okay, we'll slide You're Too Wonderful in right there because you are. And then you're going to get a piece that looks like this, and you're going to wonder, why do I have that? It's just basically, it was some extra paper, and I didn't want to waste it, and I love adding the DSP onto your card front, or your inside of your card, to make it all tie together. So I'm just going to stick that. I'm going to stick it at the bottom. I did see some people cut this in half and stick half at the top and half at the bottom. And that looked great too. Really did look great. Seems like when I'm applying a little bit harder pressure, that Stampin' Seal has been working better. Okay, there we go. So there's that card. That's our card number. Oh, we got to put our ombre dots on here. So you're all going to get these little ombre dots that are so precious. And I'm going to put one on the black here. There. Okay. There we go. Isn't that so adorable? I just think that's so cute. This little foxy. There. Okay. Last card, you guys. Here's our last card, and this is a very simple card, and it's just a fun fold, just like that. And I wanted to feature this paper. This Designer Series paper is part of the Les Shop collection, and this paper kind of reminds me of like a blueprint, I guess. And it's just really pretty. So you're already going to have your score lines, so you don't ever have to worry about that. If I can score something for you, if I can emboss something for you, I'm going to do it. So if you ever take my Sweet and Simple card class to go, you're just almost, I mean, 100% ready to stamp and create some cards. So there's our fun fold. Okay. Let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. We're going to be using the Layering Leaves stamp set. This is a $1 million stamp set that one of the demonstrators, Rachel, has designed for her $1 million set, and it's beautiful. I love it. I love the font. I love everything about it. It actually partners really well with the, I think it's called the bow punch, and it's not a new punch, but we've had it for a while, but it partners really well with that. And so I just love it. I love the little splatter right there. And it's just a great stamp set to have. I'll be featuring that a lot with my team. We did it for our team make and takes this month of June, and we're going to be featuring that again for a Silver Elite reception that we're doing. So great stamp set. Okay, now we're going to take our embossing buddy, and you put it on your paper before you stamp on it. This allows you to get the static off of the paper. And then when you stamp, you're going to put this sticky ink right where my stamp's not on there. Let me find it. Okay, so I wanted to do, thank you so much. Sending hugs would be a really good one too. So we're going to stick this on here. I'm going to use my Versamark because that's the sticky ink that we need. Let me tap off any excess powder. And we're going to stamp right there. Oh gosh, I just realized that my phone was telling me that my battery is low. And when that happens, I think the audio cuts off when I'm recording. I hope that you guys did not miss much. I was not paying attention. So then we're going to shimmy and shake it into the embossing powder. Okay, and there you go. Put this stuff away here. And we get that excess off. And let me run over and heat emboss this real quick. Okay, now that we've done that, I'm going to add this to this vellum piece. These dies right here are from, and I actually presented with this bundle at Onstage, and I'm forgetting the name of it already. Forgive me, I've forgotten. If it comes to me, I'll let you know. But so these pieces right here are just cut. Maybe it was supposed to be this way. There we go. These pieces have been cut to fit onto these layers of black. I like the black because it just really complements this light blue color and makes it pop. Okay, having to concentrate there. And then you're going to apply these layers directly to your card front. Okay, and then we'll take our sentiment, and I attached it with some dimensionals just on one side so that you can open your card up. So I'll put that there and that there. Okay, I kind of put this a little bit lower on my card than I did my original, but it still looks good. It still looks really good. Now to embellish this, we're gonna use some new sequin, and they're called loose silver sequin. Okay, and you're gonna want, it doesn't have adhesive with it, so you're gonna want to find little spots where you want that embellishment to go, and add a little bit of glue. So I'll put one here, and let's do one up here. And then you'll grab out whatever sequin you'd like to use. That's when the take your pick tool comes in really handy. Let's see here. I'll do this one way up top there. And let's do this one. Okay. And of course you could put more on there. This is perfect for a shaker card. But let's bring all of our projects in. Okay. Now that we're done with our projects, I hope you guys enjoyed those Sweet and Simple cards. Bring all my cards back in. So we had our little fox, we had our bubble bath card. This one that's featuring our upcoming Stamp Camp card, a little daisy fun fold, and this wonderful masculine card. So here are our final cards here. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You'll have to comment down below. Let me know which was your favorite. Which card was your favorite? I'd love, love, love to know. All right, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you all again soon. Make sure you mark your calendars for our next Sweet and Simple card class. Bye-bye.